Hi, my name's Caroline. Welcome to my channel. Excuse the terrible angle. I realise it's all wonky, so apologies for that. Hopefully the content will make up for it. I've just come out of a session with a client of mine, and we were talking about emotional eating. So this idea that food can be used in order to help us numb out emotions that we don't really want to feel, emotions like fear, emotions like anger, emotions like sadness. And we came up with this idea that it would be helpful for him to start recording what he was eating and when he was eating, but not in the kind of way that a PT would ask you to record what you were eating. So not in order to look at calories or macronutrients or food groups or anything like that, but in a very non-judgmental way, and as a way of starting to just notice how he could figure out what he was feeling, thinking, or how he was behaving around food. And that's easier said than done, to notice and not judge. But we looked at how we could give him permission to just try it for a week and to try to just record it in a notebook and just do that kind of, okay, let's have this thought experiment. Let's just see what we can find. And so I thought I'd share that with you as a way of doing that work to try to find out more about ourselves. And so I just invite you, if you think it might be helpful, to take a notepad and just start to jot things down, start to notice, before I grabbed that chocolate bar, what was I doing? Was I running around feeling really stressed in the moment? Was I really bored? Was I actually feeling really angry at my ex? Did I have a memory of a friend who really upset me? What was going on for me? I'm not telling you to restrict your eating in any way whatsoever, and I would never do that. I believe that actually that's probably the least helpful thing we can do in terms of creating a happier life. So yeah, just really notice, was I tired? Was I angry? Was I sad? Was I busy? Was I stressed? And what happened in the lead up to me having my meal times? Do I always have the same meal times because that fits in with the family? Or am I able to eat when I'm hungry? Am I allowing myself to get hungry, or am I actually a bit scared of those feelings of hunger? Do I stop myself from feeling hungry by making sure I continually put food in my body? And whilst I'm eating, what am I thinking about? How am I feeling? Where am I eating? Am I sat watching TV with it on my lap, or am I making time? Am I sitting at a table? Whilst I'm eating, have I got any thoughts or feelings of other people that the food itself is bringing up for me? Am I noticing how the food tastes in my mouth? Am I noticing how it feels in my stomach? Am I noticing the texture? Am I looking at the colours? A really helpful thing can be to take a photo of the meals that we make, because then we're much more likely to add nice different coloured vegetables into our food because it looks prettier on our plate. Am I scrolling through Instagram whilst I'm eating, or am I really in touch with what's going on in my body? Am I noticing when I'm feeling full up, or am I pushing through because I really like the feeling of being like really full? It makes me feel cozy and a little bit sort of soporific, a bit sort of like the food is kind of giving me a bit of a cuddle from the inside. Can I stop before I finish my plate? Am I able to notice that I'm full up, and am I able to stop? Or do I push through? Do I eat everything on my plate and then do I reach for pudding as well? And that's okay. This isn't about judging how I'm eating. It's noticing what I'm doing, noticing my behaviour, noticing what I'm thinking about and what I'm feeling before, during and after my meals and my snacks. Am I thinking about food in between meals and snacks and another meal? You know, is food constantly on my mind? Is it something that I really look forward to? Or is it something that actually I don't really like, but when I start to eat, I, continue to do in order to get that full and relaxed feeling? And so, also, does my food feel nourishing in my body? Or do I feel a bit queasy after I've finished? Do I feel really bloated? What's going on there? It's not just my stomach, it's my gut as well. Am I getting indigestion because I'm eating too fast, maybe? Or eating, foods with a lot of fat can often give us indigestion. So at this stage, it's not about trying to change anything. It's just that first stage of awareness, because we can't change anything until we're really aware of what's going on for us. And in a future video, I've got a really good tool that I find helpful, and I think my clients have found really helpful in the past, which can help us to understand, where are we on that cycle of noticing that we're hungry and then taking steps to eat and nourish our body, and then stop eating, and then allowing that gap, that time in between stopping and then, maybe having a snack or maybe having our next meal. It's a good little tool to help you understand where you are on that cycle. But before then, I think it's really helpful to understand, so what are we linking food with? Because there's nothing, food's a great thing and we need it. We can't not eat. So it's about starting to understand what part emotions and thoughts and behaviours play in what is something that is vitally important. And have we mistakenly, through things that have happened to us in the past, have we mistaken food for something other than a way of nourishing our bodies? Anyway, so I hope that's helpful, and like I say, I will upload a future video where I'll talk about this tool that I use quite often. But yeah, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.